Hey, everybody. I'm going to give it a couple minutes so that other people can arrive. But in the meantime, welcome to my studio. Tonight, I have my daughter, Erin, and my son, Mark. They are moderating and help me out. Occasionally, Erin may pop in vocally to give information that I don't have access to on my screens right now. And just so you know, I cannot see your guys' comments, so they're going to be sending me messages and keeping me posted as to what's going on. Hi, Cynthia. Hey, guys. Are you talking like in the comment section? So I do believe that my moderators have icons next to their names so that you can tell them apart. Erin, can you send me the link really quick for the stream? Thank you. All right. Well, it is 7:03, and I know that some people are still arriving. Just wanted to introduce yourself. My name is Mama Sue, and this is the start of a new adventure for myself. And I've got some great support. I've got some great friends, and I am really, really excited to share with everybody tonight what's going on and where we're going with all of this. I'm trying to get up so I can see a little bit of what's going on with the chat as well. So Erin, if you could send me that link, please. It's kind of strange. I'm kind of like shooting in the dark. Woohoo! All right, I'm still having trouble pulling up that link. Just give me 1 minute, guys. I do apologize. All right, so my whole thought here with my channel is that, and it's no surprise to people who know me, I am fluffy. I'm also over 50, and I also have some mobility issues. But I like to go out and do things, and I've got to thinking about it, and I realized that other people like to go out and do things too, but they're afraid to because of their size or because of their mobility issues or because of their age. And I want people to know and understand that the only limitations that need to be on you are your own limitations. I mean, if you definitely have a physical limitation and you cannot climb a mountain, don't climb a mountain. But if you want to go out and walk a trail near a mountain and enjoy it and enjoy the outside and enjoy the beautiful nature of life, you can do that. There are other ways to make it happen. And the primary goal, what my focus is with each of my episodes, is going to be focusing on showing you how to do this and learning how to do it for myself, because that is something that's just really, really important to me. Um, you know, and one of the big things, and my friends and coworkers all know that I've wanted a tattoo for a long time, but there is such a huge stigma attached to it by my family, by some of my friends, by my religion, my faith that I was at the time. And I realized that, this is my body, and if this is what I really truly want, I'm going to do it. So I did film it. It's going to be in about 4 weeks. You'll see the episode of my tattoo. I'm showing you how to get it done. I'm showing you how to, design, how to find an artist, how to take care of it. I'm showing you what it's like to actually get the work done, just so that you understand and know that nothing's impossible. If it's your dream, if it's your ideal, if it's what you want, nothing is totally impossible. Um, yeah, I am not able to see the link, Erin, so I'm shooting in the dark. You guys are gonna have to keep me posted. Um, I'm going to be asking my friends, my colleagues, people out there who see this show, what are some things that you would love to do that you've always felt there was a limitation on? My friend Matt recently told me that he's always wanted to go Bigfoot hunting. So guess what we're doing? He and myself and his lovely wife, Melinda, we're going to go Bigfoot hunting. I'm reaching out to a couple of the Bigfoot groups here in Arizona and having them take us out so we can go out and do it the right way, do it the safe way. I'm so excited to do that. Uh, One of the big things is Disneyland, and Walt Disney, anything to do with any of the Disney resorts. I used to think that Disney was for kids and that you went there with your kids or you went there with your grandkids. And 3 years ago, I experienced Disney as an adult with another adult. And we had a blast. I got to see things that I'd never noticed before about Disneyland. And there's a lot of things about Disney and going and traveling there nowadays that make it a little bit more difficult. They have a phone app that you keep your ticket on, that you purchase your food through, that you can reserve places in line for special events or for special rides. And you have to know how to use that. Well, as an older person, some people are technically challenged, and we're going to teach people how to use that app. We're going to teach people how to find out mobility issues using the scooters. You can rent a scooter at Disneyland. You can rent a scooter from a company outside and have them drop it off to you at Disneyland. We're going to show you the ins and outs of all of that. I'm just so excited about where we're going with this whole concept. Anybody have any questions? Go ahead and post it in the comment section, and Erin and Mark will relay that information to me. Hannon, I love you too, girly, and I miss you, and I want to do an adventure with you, so get in touch with me, okay? I am too, and Fran, I might take you ghost hunting with me. Is that okay? Anyway, if you have ideas, I'd love to hear them. You can comment in the chat today or on my videos. If you have an idea, you can always do that, or you can send us a message through our system. We will have links with all of our videos on how to get a hold of us. One of the things that about adventuring that is kind of a hindrance is that I'm still working for a living. I can only do this on weekends and evenings. But the big thing is trying to finance all this fun stuff. So we have created a Patreon, and you can join our Patreon. And Erin will have all that links and all of that information for you guys, either in chat or in the comment section. And the thing about uh, Patreon is that you commit to sponsoring a certain amount of money every month, and there are rewards for each level. We are doing a special right now where the first 50 people who sign up as a Patreon, we are going to put them into a special category called family, and there will be special events just for the people in the family Patreon section, whether it be a private chat, a private question and answer session. I may release videos of my bloopers, uh, and there's some good ones. Uh, and then we'll also be having merchandise available as well as soon as we get our logo completed. One of my pseudo sons is designing my logo for me, and I'm so grateful for Jace for doing that for me. It there's a lot of things that affected me. I have to admit that the last 3 years have been really horrible. I lost a job that I really, really loved, and the way I lost it was horrible. And then I had to take a job, and I did not want to go back into the healthcare industry, and I fought it tooth and nail, but I'm working in the healthcare industry again, and um, it's been real hard. It's not an easy job. Being a customer service representative, we get battered and abused, and I let it batter and abuse me for the first year and a half, and then I realized that it's not worth it. I've got to think about me. I've got to put myself first. Um, One of the things on my tattoo that I have on there is the Wonder Woman logo, and to me, it is to remind me that I'm my own superhero, and there's no one who's going to save me better than myself. And in essence, doing this vlog or this video or this YouTube channel is helping me get out there and show people that how to live. And I'm learning as I go, and it is just so important to me to um, have that support and have that love, but to know that I'm doing it. This is me. This is my power. This is where it's coming from, and to know that I have that power back. I haven't had it for so long. An abusive marriage, just a lot of things that have gone wrong in my life, and I had to sit back and say, no, 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 no one's going to save me. I have to do it, and that's what I'm doing. And I think this channel is really motivating me to do that. Thank you for that question, Cynthia. That was a great question. So yeah, like the half blonde, half black hair, huh? Absolutely, Fran. And I got to tell you, I'm really blessed at work right now. I've got a team that it was hard to fit in at first because I'm just so closed off to people. And the support from this group, both at work and in other endeavors, is just amazing. And I haven't worked on a team that had this kind of unity in so long. And Fran, you're part of that. And I want to thank you for that. My children, you know, um, they're amazing young people. And I have to sit back and realize that, they're amazing young people because I had a part of it. And it's a good reminder that, my kids are pretty darn amazing. I've got to be pretty cool too. So um, I have my spirituality. I am a druid. I am reconnecting with the power of the earth and the energies around me, and I'm starting to feel my light again. And somebody posted yesterday on something I did. They said that they haven't seen my fire in a long time, and they said, "Oh my gosh, your fire's back." And I think that really sums it up, is that, finding myself again is allowing myself to grow and be what I need to be. You're right, Aaron. There's some great questions tonight. Make me think.
Fran says, "Aw, I love you."
Thank you, Fran. So does anybody have any questions about upcoming adventures? We do have, I am going to California in November for Thanksgiving, and we are going to Disneyland. My team out there has already gone out and scoped out things that they think that we should cover in my visit out there. And then December, my friend Julie and I are going to Las Vegas, and we're going to do a couple different things. She's totally into rodeo, so we're going to go see the pro rodeo. And she likes to gamble. And this woman has got to be the luckiest person I've ever known on this planet. She rarely loses, and when she does, she doesn't lose big. So it's kind of cool to have her in my corner when we go there. I'm meeting up with a former coworker, Maylee, who is going to take us to a couple places. We're going to go do a couple museums. One of them is the Mobster Museum, which is kind of exciting. They did a lot of history with that. There's also a neon museum, and what it is a neon sign museum. So we're going to do that. We're planning on going to dinner at a Hawaiian restaurant, just to because I've heard really good things about it. The other thing is my paranormal side is kind of going wee 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 right now because of we are going to go to the Zach Bagans Haunted Museum, and there's a lot of things in there I want to see and I want to explore. It's pretty exciting to go to that as well. I was nervous about the museum, but now I'm excited. So, January we have. I don't remember what's happening in January. I do know we have a chocolate festival coming up in Glendale. I'm going to be going to that. Always looking for friends who are willing to go along. So if you want to go to a chocolate festival, let me know. I'm going to the Aloha Festival in Tempe in either the end of February or beginning of March. I'm going to be spending a couple days at the Arizona Renaissance Festival, and we're going to be showing different aspects of that festival. Having worked there for 10 years as an entertainer, my kids and I have a pretty good idea of what we want to do when we go in there. We want to do feature food, and we want to feature entertainment and some of the artisans and stuff like that. And of course, you're going to address the mobilities with it. Can you get a scooter there? Can you, how much walking is there? That type of thing, as well as costs. I'm trying to think
Cynthia
of what else is coming up. Yes.
Cynthia wants to know, will you ever hunt Bigfoot in Disney?
Will I hunt Bigfoot at Disney? That's a good question, and I'm always looking for Bigfoot. So I've always got my eyes open for him.
Well, there is the Yeti sightings. Some people have
There is
said.
a Yeti sighting there. Yeah, that I would have to go on to the Matterhorn for that, wouldn't I?
Fran says, "I want to know about the ghost hunting stuff. You know I'm well seasoned. How can I assist?"
As soon as I have a couple professional ghost hunters that I'm in talks with right now to do an episode with them. They're really excited to help me out, and I'm really excited to get it going. One of the groups is a YouTube channel group called the Paranormal Files, and it is Colin, his dad Jeff, and Colin's fiance is involved in it as well. Really, really good show if you like to watch that type of thing. YouTube, the Paranormal Files. They have some really cool videos that they've just released in the last week or so that are a lot of fun too. Um, I'm also working with a Native American group who does paranormal investigating in a little bit different aspect. So, Fran, I definitely, if I can land either one of those, I'll let you know when it is and see if it works for you. Oh, while we were at Vulture City, I caught a ghost on my SLS camera. So it was kind of cool.
We're having a fun conversation about Bigfoot at Disneyland. Mark says, hunting Bigfoot at Disneyland sounds like a blast. And Fran
I
says,
think,
I might run into an orangutan from Jungle Book.
oh, that's a good one too. You know, we could always get on the Jungle Cruise and see what we can find in there. I'm pretty partial to the backside of water. Just saying. So I think I'd like to go to Legoland just to see what it's like as an adult. I haven't been in years. I love zoos. I would like to do that. I like to do museums. Here in Arizona, we have a lot of First Friday events, and Mesa has the First Sunday events at their museums. I thought that'd be kind of fun to do that as well. I mean, free is great, right, guys? I mean, you know, $44 to go to the Zach Baggins Museum versus free to go to the Arizona History Museum. Yeah, there's a difference there.
Cynthia wants to know if you ever consider hunting in Virginia City, Nevada.
I would love to go to Virginia City. There is so much there that is very, very active. I definitely would love to go to Virginia City. One of my paranormal groups that I follow, they do a lot of stuff there, and they've got a lot of great. Whoops, sorry about that, guys. I just kicked my stand. They have a lot of great contacts. I definitely, yeah, the Mackey House. There is just so much there. I hear there's a lot of great ghosts there. There's a couple of ghost towns in California that are supposed to be really cool too. Sorry.
Hannon
Mm.
Hannon wants to know what got you into the paranormal.
I've always been a little bit into the paranormal. I had my first paranormal experience when I was very little. And then again, I don't know if I would really consider it a possession, but I had a near possession a couple years back, and um, it just made me more curious as to what it is, what's out there. I believe the veil can be thin, and I know that they can reach through, and I would like to be able to reach through to them too. And ghosties don't scare me anymore. So
Okay, you have to tell them this story now.
what story?
Since you brought it up, the ghosties scare you story.
All right. So when I was little, I grew up in a very Catholic family. My grandmother was probably one of the most devout women I've ever known in my life. And we lived in a very, very, very small town in Greenwood, Nebraska. And the local cardinal from the diocese, or the bishop from the diocese in Lincoln, came to give a talk and to visit the parish that we lived in. And my grandmother hosted a big dinner. And so we're all sitting around this big table. I had to have been 2, 3 years old. And the bishop is doing the blessing, and he says, "In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost." And as soon as he said Holy Ghost, I screamed. My mother was angry. My grandmother was mortified. And Bishop turned and looked at me and says, "Well, hon, um, why do you say that? Why did you scream?" And I'm like, "Ghosties scare me." And he chuckled and laughed. So he did the blessing again in the name of the Father, the Son, the other guy. Amen. So that became a joke in our house to do the blessing that way. And oh, grandmother hated it, but it was fun.
Fran would like to know if you consider yourself clairvoyant.
I do think I'm gifted. As far as clairvoyance, not really sure about that. What do you think, Aaron? Um, I do know that I'm a healer. I have been told by a couple different shaman or medicine women that I've met over the years that I have an extreme electric power, and I boost the energy of circles. But I also do laying of hands, and I can remove negative energies from people. And I'm pretty good at diagnosing. But as far as psychic premonitions, no, not really. I do occasionally have visions. I do occasionally. Um, I do have a lot of past life dreams, so I do dream about past life experiences. And as a matter of fact, I'm searching right now for a person who was in one of my dreams that it's just kind of haunted me that, this face is stuck in my head permanently. And I'm just trying to figure out who he is and how I can find him to meet him. I just feel really drawn to the fact I need to meet him. So I guess I am clairvoyant. I'm so nervous. This is so unlike me to be nervous. I'll tell you a little bit about my support crew. So my daughter is the one who occasionally will pop in. You'll hear her voice occasionally. She does a lot of my editing. She kind of acts as a little producer for me, tells me what to do. I think she enjoys that. Uh, and my son Mark is more of a technical advisor. He's also a moderator for me. We all know that social media world can be very mean and nasty. And I am plus size. I know that. And I know people will make comments about that. And I know that how I would react. So I prefer not to read any of that. So my kids will be doing all my moderating. They'll be, uh, you know, in charge of all that. Mark also helps me with filming. And then I have my eldest son, Ken. He is more a technical side with technical know-how and knowledge. And he helps me out with equipment issues and equipment questions. And then my pseudo son, Jace, is my graphic artist. He'll be doing a lot of our graphics for us. Um, gosh. And then of course my friends. I have, the whole point of my my videos is to go out and do things with friends. So I'm going to try to have a friend with me on every episode. So my Vulture City, my friend was Julie. She's also going to be my friend when we go to Vegas. On one of my adventures with me and make it an adventure for yourself. Be prepared, you will be on camera. Be prepared, you will be mic'd. Um, but I think it just makes it all the more fun to have other people out there experiencing it as well. And I really think that that's going to make my channel a little bit different and a little bit more unique than other channels that are out there.
Fran wants to know if you feel your quote disabilities make you more open to the possibilities of paranormal.
No, I don't think so. Um, Not at all. I think that people who have more ADHD, who are more, you know, autistic and have those other abilities, it does enhance your experiences that you have out there in the world, especially with paranormal. But I don't think, for me, I don't think it has made a difference. I think I'm just always have been in tune. If you excuse me a minute, I need to grab my water bottle. Which fell on the floor. All right, I'm back. So what kind of adventures or what kind of things have people told you guys you've not been able to, that you couldn't do, that you've always wanted to do? Or what are some things that you physically can do, but you're holding yourself back from doing? Um, I'm seriously thinking about going to Fremont Street while we are in Vegas and doing that zip line across the street that they have. It's like 4 stories up in the air. Kind of nervous about it because I have a thing about heights, but I really kind of want to do it. I just want to, you know, push myself, push my limits, push myself to experience more. Oh, I know what we're doing in December, at the end of December. I'm going out with a four-wheeling group, and I'm going to go four-wheeling all day. Um, my friends Mary and Dan belong to a four-wheeling group, and they have the trucks, they have the little ATV things, and they're going to take me out, and we're going to get muddy, and we're just going to have a really good weekend.
Fran says, well, I want to say you are amazing in work and out. You keep doing you and don't get discouraged at anything.
Thank you. And you know what helps is knowing that I've got support that's out there, and uh, my network is growing, my network is getting bigger, and I couldn't do it without the support of other people saying, you know what, this is a great idea, and you really need to follow through with it. And you've got the energy, you've got the power, you've got the fire. Get out and do it, and we're here for you. So that's makes a huge difference in my ability to be able to do what to create this channel. And I'm hoping to take this channel to really great places. My ultimate goal is to, in 6 months to a year, start getting sponsors, having sponsorships. I would like to, in 2 to 3 years, be able to, retire from my job and do this full time. So it's just a matter of growing it and, having that support and that faith in myself that I can do it. And I really do think I can.
Cynthia says, quitting my job.
Quitting your job. Yeah, I would love to be able to do this full time. But it's not something that's going to happen next week or in the next 6 months. It's definitely a couple years away. Besides that, I have to work my way up to take Cynthia's job when she promoted to a supervisor. Or Cindy's job, sorry.
Fran says, don't you dare.
Don't I dare take Cindy's job? I'm
Cynthia,
just really excited. I'm really glad you guys are here tonight too. It's really reassuring.
Cynthia says, it will be interesting to hear how the adventures impact your self-image over time.
I'm really hoping that's going to make a positive impact. I think that by getting out and moving around more, I will definitely lose more weight. I've already lost about 75 pounds, and my goal is, about another 150 is where I really want to be. And that's one of the things I think this is going to help me out is to motivate me to move. Because, face it, we've all been working from home for a couple years, and yeah, we, don't want to go out in public. We don't want to be around other people. We don't want to get sick. Um, and in doing so, I think a lot of us have lost our mobility, and I'm really looking forward to being able to apply my channel to help me move around a lot more. Since I have dropped that 75 pounds, I'll tell you some of my mobility issues have gone. I can now walk for extended lengths of time. I can stand. So that's a big deal.
Fran says, I have panic attacks and I'm worried about giving myself a heart attack on the extreme stuff. LOL.
Oh, well, you know what? I have panic attacks too. And it's just learning how to work through them. As far as giving yourself a heart attack, man, if you don't want to go super extreme, don't. You know your own limitations. And, I'm learning how to push mine to a limit. I mean, it's like I was talking to Mark about it. I said, I am not going rock climbing anytime soon. Just no. I am so afraid of heights, and wide open spaces more like, and it's like I went to the Grand Canyon several years ago and we hiked down to the bottom, and I'm literally plastered against the wall of the canyon going, no, no, no. It was terrible. I didn't enjoy it at all. I did, however, ride the Incredicoaster, which is something I said I would never ever do. I said I would never get on one of those roller coasters that does the loop-de-loops. And I was really surprised that loop-de-loop is nothing compared to the snake bumps at the end. So if I could ride the Incredicoaster, I think almost anybody can. I am riding in an airplane for the first time in like 20 years in December. I'm a little nervous about that with my size, but I'll deal with it.
Cynthia wants to know, what do you love most about yourself?
What do I love most about myself? My cheekbones. um, I think I'm a friendly, outgoing person. I try to see the good in everybody, probably a little bit too much sometimes, but as far as, attributes, that's one of them. But I've always loved my cheekbones. I I think that's probably my best feature on my entire body. So, and all my kids got my cheekbones. All my kids got my thick hair too. So, Aaron, we've got 20 more minutes till we launch that video. You know what, Aaron? That's a really great idea. Why don't you talk about the Patreon a little bit for everybody? I don't know if we're gonna be able to talk her into going live with the video, but
Sorry, friends, I'm trying to make this work.
are you still there, Aaron? Well, you can just talk about it. That's fine.
All right, hopefully everybody can see what's going on. I don't know, can you guys see everything?
So you know what today is?
Oh no, I think I messed it up.
I was You did?
No, just go back into the and just talk about it. It's fine.
Okay. Oh no, how do... There we go.
Oh,
Okay.
they're back. Hi.
Sorry, everybody. Technical difficulties. So, I have in on our Instagram page as well as the YouTube video link or description that will be posted when the video posts links to our Patreon page. On our Patreon, we have 4 different levels. We have Tag Along, which is $5 a month. We have Buddy, which is $10 a month. Sidekick, which is $25 a month. And BFF for $50 a month. We are working on merch. Unfortunately, right now we don't have a logo quite yet, so we don't have it available, but we will be adding merch into our Patreon levels. And each level has different features. Being a tag along, you get Patreon only access to behind the scenes content. You get sneak peek to new shows and new content, so you get to see it before it gets posted on YouTube, as well as live streams. The $10 a month is all of that, plus a few extra features. The Sidekick, you get once a year, you get to join in, so it's all of the same as before. You get to, once a year, you get to join a Ask Me Anything session, where you get to sit down with Mama Sue and get to ask her anything. You also get exclusive voting power. So if we ever need voting on, say, an event, that there's 2 events during the same weekend, which one would you prefer that we do? You know, things like that. As well as a sneak peek into new shows and content. The $50 a month, you also get all of those things, but also get access to the archive of unreleased content. So this is going to be like bloopers and different little videos and things that not everybody else gets access to. And it's super easy to sign up. You guys just go onto the website, click the link, sign in, and you put in your card information and you're all set.
Some of the things that Patreon is going to help me to do is I definitely need to upgrade my filming equipment. I've been using my phone, and while it is great, it gets great footage, and the picture quality is amazing. Oh, okay. You're now meeting Albus, my furry grandson. Am I back online, Aaron? So Patreon is going to allow us the opportunity to upgrade the equipment. Like I said, I get great picture quality with my phone, but the issues I'm having is storage, the size of the videos. But I'm also having some problems with here in Arizona. It gets really hot, and my phone has been overheating. So I lost a lot of great footage from when we went to Vulture City because my phone kept shutting down halfway through a video. So I want to be able to invest in a good camera. And I already have a really nice microphone system that I'm using. I'm really, really happy with it. Been doing lots and lots of research on that kind of stuff, but so that's important to have. We're frozen. We may have to restart. Are we still frozen? So, so when we do these live chats, you can do uh, you can donate during the live chats. I don't know if we qualify for that yet, though. But yeah, I will be establishing a PayPal, and we can get all that information uploaded for you guys as soon as we have it.
Audio still coming through?
So the audio is still coming through? So this is our first live feed, guys. So we do apologize for any technical difficulties or inconveniences that this is causing us. Our video is actually going to be launching in about 10 minutes. So let me go back here. All right. Do we have any other questions coming through, Aaron or Mark? Aaron? Yeah, I'm having trouble. I can't even see the feed that you and I are using to send messages. So I guess I'll just try to fill up with a little bit of space here. So in creating these adventures and creating the things I want to do is eventually I want to be able to go and do reviews of like hotels and go in and say, you know, here's this resort, this is what they have to offer. And How do they handle fluffy people coming to visit? How do they handle people with disabilities? Uh, I know that I was using a scooter at a convention here in Phoenix a couple years ago, and I had a hard time getting in and out of my hotel room with the scooter because, the way the doors open and they were really heavy. And those are just things that you really need to know about. I will say that that hotel was really awesome because the beds are uh, higher than normal. And I called them and they brought me a step stool. So I had this wonderful step stool that I could use to step into the bed, which made it easier getting in and out for me. Um, and I just really want to focus on stuff like that. I want to get out there and show people that, um, you know, even though you have these issues, it's definitely something that can be combated. I want to go to restaurants. I love food, but I also have friends who are vegan. I also have friends who have really severe food allergies, and I want to be able to go to restaurants and say, "Hey, this restaurant is really awesome. They have a huge vegan selection. They have a huge section of it. They have a section in their kitchen that all they do is cook for their people with gluten or allergy issues." And that means a lot to a lot of people. And I think that's going to boost business for businesses, but it's going to give us more opportunity to go out and do stuff. I mean, I know a lot of people who won't go out to a restaurant with me because there's just nothing for them to eat. So I try to choose restaurants that they can and that we can enjoy ourselves together. And how nice is that? Um, if you are on a scooter, how easy is it to get in and out of a restaurant? If you have a wheelchair, if you have, different issues that you have to deal with, how easy is it to do that? And the same thing with festivals. We all have been to big festivals where it's like elbow to elbow. And what's it like for somebody who is in a scooter with mobility issues? What are the special things that you need to take into consideration to be able to go in and enjoy yourself? I know that I've had days at Disney where I'm in a scooter that are so frustrating because people just don't look. They just walk right in front of you. They'll be walking and then all of a sudden they stop, and it's not easy to stop in those scooters. And I've run over people. I mean, literally, I have run over people in those scooters. And I feel bad about some of them, but some of them it's like, you walked right in front of me and stopped, and I ran over your foot. I'm sorry, but kind of your own fault. But there, I want to teach people that there are ways to do this and to avoid that frustration and that anger and that takes away from your enjoyment of an event. Um, Definitely for sure. And I want to also show people who are over the age of 50 who are a little bit less, even under the age of 50. I know people who just aren't technically savvy, and I want to teach them that you can still go out and do these things. And even if they have stuff that you need to do on your phone, that it's easy. It really is easier than you think.
We are back on video, and
Hi, I'm
uh,
back.
we want to know, how does one prepare for ghost hunting?
Um, there's a lot of preparation that goes into it. Anytime I go on an adventure for 2 to 3 days before that, I always make sure that I drink a lot of water. Um, Before I actually go to do a hunt, there are certain things I do believe that these energies, these entities can affect you. And I believe that some can be very positive. And I do believe that some can be very negative. So I do have talismans I wear. I have a protection crystal. I always do blessings on that before I go out. I have my permanent talisman here. This is my that I wear everywhere. This is my bear symbol. Bear is my spirit animal and guides me a lot. And bear is a very protective spirit animal as well. But I always make sure that I have Palo Santo with me if I need it for that extra smudging effect. It's a lot easier to carry around than to carry around a sage bundle. But I always make sure that I cleanse and bless myself before I do anything. Uh, Being that I am a little bit more receptive to those energies, I do force myself to sit down imagine my box, imagine my door so that they can't come in. Definitely when you go into a building or into a situation, you have to announce to them that, hey, you can come up, you can talk to me, you can, touch my devices, but you cannot attach to me, you cannot follow me home. Those are always important things that I do before I go out and actually ghost hunt.
So we have just a few minutes until our video goes live. Tell us real quick about what our viewers are about to see.
So this is my introduction video. It's going to cover a little bit of what we've already talked about today. It's my why. You're going to see some of my adventures that I've done in the introduction section of it. I'm also going to be teaching people about my adventure bag. And my adventure bag is really important. As a matter of fact, I've got it right here. So I have my adventure bag. This is a backpack. And yes, it's Mickey themed. And in it, I keep my supplies that I'm going to need for any adventure I'm going on, which is usually a nice water bottle. But all that information is going to be in this video. If I have special things that I'm going to put into a bag for special adventures, I will add that to my videos for that particular event or that particular adventure that I'm doing. Another thing I have that I love is I've got this little, it's a crossbody bag. This is where I keep all my personal stuff in, so I always have my personal stuff close to me. I do keep my extra hair rubber bands in here, but I also keep my wallet, my money, my today's society, we have to have our vaccination card. I keep it all in here, and it's always on my person. It never comes off when I'm out on an adventure.
2 minutes left. Give us a quick little, whatever you want to say to our viewers.
I just want to say I am so excited to start this adventure, to start this whole process. I'm really looking forward to this path that I've chosen, and I'm looking forward to hitting it and running, and literally looking for my my golden pathway. I'm excited to go out and try new things. I'm excited to make new friends, and above all, I'm excited to be able to share a passion for adventuring with people and help them see that they can do it too.
Well said. Now, don't forget to, after this is done, go over to the channel and check out the new video.
Absolutely. Yeah. As soon as we're done, we're going to finish up here in just a second. Be sure to go and watch the video, and it's just 15-20 minutes long. Most of our videos, we're going to try to keep them within that 15 minutes to a half an hour, so it's not taking up your whole day. And I really want to thank each and every one of you for coming in tonight and joining us for the live chat. And for those of you who are going to be watching this in the future, thank you so much for your support. And I'm just going to invite you to come along on an adventure with us, and we'll see you guys all real soon.